There's this guy named...
Asmongold destroyed his career?
What did he do?
Didn't he have that?
Well, it just popped up from this YouTuber I watched.
He had that. He
got kicked off. He went off on a Palestinian fucking tirade.
Hate on them.
He
showed his sociopathy again.
Yeah,
because he always does this every once in a while.
It's so crazy.
And I'm like, this guy is so.
He got kicked out of OTK. I think I'm pretty sure.
He's out.
He's out of everything that he's doing. Yeah,
I didn't know it was that bad.
Well, he went off and he said the thing about it is he said a lot of things that when put together, you can't say all those things in one sentence, like about the same thing. That's crazy. Because he said they got an inferior culture. I don't care if they die. Good riddance, all this stuff. It's just like you can't.
He was just.
You can't do that.
A streamer that big, because there's street interviews. I've seen the same rhetoric, but they're nobodies. They're just these horrible people on the streets.
The problem is that he's been saying ridiculous shit for a while.
He has.
And the problem is that they condone that.
But did you hear? You guys heard what he was saying on stream, right?
No, what did he do?
Asmongold?
I didn't hear all of it.
I heard enough of it. I heard
quotes of it. And it was just inferior culture, which inferior culture. I think all religious cultures are inferior, to be quite frank with you. Like to be honest, I thought people harping on that specifically were like, no,
people
it is.
Put kid gloves on Islam and it pisses me off.
It's really crazy. Yeah. I think
culture where people tie it to Muslims, but then I always have to say to people that want to do that, there are more Asian Muslims than there are Arabs.
Yeah.
And so you need to realize we're talking about Islam, not fucking Arabs.
Any society that is any culture that is defined specifically by religious law to an unreasonable degree, I think is objectively an inferior society.
Yeah.
But the problem is that he was like, oh, it's an inferior society, therefore all the suffering going on there doesn't matter, and it's like, who cares? And it's like, that's not really
that's a crazy thing to say.
Those don't work. They're all
it's just like we can't do that with fundamentalist Christians in here and say, who cares if they're dying? If
all the people in the South that are going through all these problems right now, if they're fucking Christians,
you can't.
The same argument.
You can think some crazy shit, but you're not going to get away with saying that publicly.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's just not going to happen.
It's not this quite the same with PewDiePie seeing the error on the thing, it's just like you have too many eyes on you right now to say some fuck shit like that. That's like us going to, our podcast blows up, right? And then I go on one of my fucking stupid ass tirades where I say something, I say the N word or I say something freaking, I say the F word slip. It's
this is why this isn't live. This is why this isn't live.
Not right now. Not right now, dude.
You can get too relaxed. Like you live streaming, and that's what happened to him. He got too relaxed. So it's one of those things. I
definitely said the harder on Chris' stream before. I said it on my stream before too, and you were like, "Dude, why'd you say that?" And I was like, "My bad. I was just
at least it's not
friends. I was just talking to my buddy."
If Chris said it, might be a problem. It wouldn't be a huge problem, but
it would be a problem
if you were the.
Wouldn't be crazy, but
if you were anywhere near PewDiePie's level, of course you can't escape that. Of course,
yeah, you can't do that.
No,
you can't. So Asmongold going the hardest that anybody's gone at his level is just like I said. I believe full-heartedly that he's a sociopath. From the things that he's said prior to talking about animals, have you heard his takes on animals?
That shit's scary.
Wait, what do you mean? What is he?
He has absolutely no feelings toward animals, and he thinks people are stupid for caring about animals.
When did he say this?
Well, he just a while ago. This was probably last year. One of his biggest ones when he's talking about dogs. There's something about a dog dying. But he's had multiple. He's talked about cats. He's talked about things, and he has no feeling whatsoever.
How do you not care about animals?
Because he's a sociopath.
Literally.
That would be okay. First of all, this is the first time hearing about it. That would have been all I needed to hear to make a decision on this guy.
Yeah,
I had no idea that. I never knew that.
That is a fundamental trait of humans is to care about animals. Literally, that's part of. That's why people don't like dogs. I'm like, there's something wrong with you. That is an immediate sign that there's something wrong with you.
To me, indifference is fine, but it's when you actively dislike dogs that's when I feel like
even indifference is strange to me. But it's like I can get it. You could never really.
To me, it's like pets are a burden to a lot of people, so they're just like they're fine. I just don't really fuck with them. I don't. A puppy coming in licking you and wanting to play with you. If you could be like, no. if
that's crazy.
If you react in a weird way, say not like a small dog, a small just adorable dog, right? And you're like. You fucking pull.
You just push it back. You do the thing from Invader Zim. You grab and you put it under the fucking bed.
Oh, the Christmas
There's
episode.
something wrong with you. You didn't feel it. It wanted to be your friend, and you pushed it away. Oh, you're flawed.
Yeah,
you're flawed in your design. I'm gonna wait till you go to sleep, and then I'm gonna end you.
But again, why? I mean, the fact that I think we've said of this before. The fact that Asmongold became somewhat of like a leader in this, like this person specifically, the sociopathic, dirty, filthy. The fact that people take this guy seriously just shows this, maybe we are in the end times. I'm telling you, man, there is something happening.
I think what happened
that
is
my brain is not accepting.
His fan base is probably young people who are going through that phase of life where they are angry and they are.
At what point? When you were a young person, you were like, "Oh, this dirty piece of shit."
No.
Yeah,
I get it. We are not the same generation as them. You gotta understand.
What does that
the world. It's generational gaps mean a lot to people. Some people think that people that were like,
I think because we didn't grow up with the same type of internet that they're growing up with.
But
so
like
it's
but
he's
like an anomaly.
Homebodied people that like are probably relatively filthy younger people.
So you think there's people there's more of an increase of like these filthy, disgusting people like him?
Definitely. Yeah. Because people don't have to leave their homes anymore to be friends with people.
I just feel like
I made my first internet friend
that's probably true.
4 years ago. I didn't have any internet friends before that, you know?
Look, just statistically, you're I'm sure you're right, but I just think that it's so antithetical to being human or even being an animal. You good?